Welcome into Arrow Arena. It is a Tuesday night girls basketball game. The Arrows taking on Crestview in a local showdown. Brandon Wells and Dave Swartz. I will say it correctly today for you. You're welcome. Glad to have you on board out there. The Arrows coming off a tough loss on Saturday, Dave. Looking to get back on track today. A tough one on Saturday, but another good Firelands Conference squad here from Crestview tonight as well.
Yeah, again, tough game on Saturday, but those are the kind of games you want to have in an out-of-conference schedule anyway to get you ready for the tournament. Crestview comes in here tonight. Good team coming out of, like you said, that Firelands Conference, tough conference this year, and hopefully gets the Arrows ready for their postseason.
Arrows coming in 16-5, 11-1 in the conference. Of course, this is a non-conference game. Welcome into the Countdown to Tip-Off pregame show presented by Ashland Eye Care. Thanks for joining us here on the Arrows Broadcasting Network, presented by Sarver Paving. The Arrows and the Cougars, and we'll have it next. Short break and be right back after this.
Construction is proud to sponsor Arrows Athletics, the most trusted and efficient construction company in the region. With a long history of doing things the right way from concept to completion, Simonson Construction solves all your construction needs for commercial and public projects. A truly local company providing award-winning comprehensive design-build services since 1974. For more information, scan the QR code or go to simonsonconstruction.com. Come visit the South Street Grill in downtown Ashland, the official watch location every Friday night during the Arrows football season. You can catch all the action in the bar area on the big screens. Elevated casual dining in downtown Ashland, steaks, seafood, hand-patted burgers, vegetarian options, salads, and a huge kids menu. Something for everyone in a completely renovated historic building. South Street Grill, your home for Arrows football.
Back here at Arrow Arena in the pregame show presented by Ashland Eye Care. Don't forget tonight's game brought to you by Headstrom Entertainment. Unplugged fun for more than 100 years. Our man Chris Mowry out on assignment. And we'll be back at some point potentially. We don't know if he'll be here Thursday. He's just so important, Dave. He goes off and gallivants around the world.
We'll let him think that.
Let's take a look. Thank you for saying that. I do appreciate that. No problem. Let's take a look at the girls' bracket. And it is, the Arrows have an opportunity, Dave, looking into the tournament to make a little run. They're the 2 seed. They open Thursday with Mansfield Senior.
Yeah, open Thursday with Mansfield Senior. You can never overlook a team, but Mansfield Senior is down a little bit. They got a couple players out with injury right now, so that should be a good win for the Arrows. They move up, and then they're going to take on Tiffin Columbian. Good team there, that they're going to have to take on, but I think the Arrows have the right things to be able to take that game.
Arrows hoping to make a little run in the tournament off of one of the best seasons in school history, 16-5, 11-1. Conference standings don't matter because this isn't a conference game. The Arrows have already wrapped up the OCC, but as far as the bracket, that's brought to you by Whitaker Myers, providing solutions for your insurance, benefits, and wealth management needs since 1869. Offices right here in Ashland and over in Worcester. Thanks to Whitaker Myers for jumping on board this season as a sponsor. Dave, the Arrows, of course, hosting Crestview, and one of the stories here today is head coach Renee Holt being a Crestview alum.
Yeah, Crestview alum. Amy Bays coaching Crestview, had coached her in middle school and a little bit in high school, and ironically, I was still coaching at Crestview when Renee was a freshman. But, that's a nice rivalry I'm sure they have between each other, being Crestview, people and all that kind of stuff. I'm sure that's fun for both of them.
Arrows and Cougars getting ready to get underway here. Brandon Wells and Dave Swartz up here in the Priest Dental broadcast booth, and it is a good night to be inside. Kind of a light crowd here so far, but not that big of a surprise on a Tuesday night, but I'm sure they'll get into it. The Arrows, Dave, you were there on Tuesday for that, on Saturday for that tough loss at Waynedale, but meanwhile, the other side, Crestview played last night, and they got it handed to them by New London for the second time this year. But talking with Coach Bays, she said, they're good, but they just have our number. We don't match up well with them.
Yeah, New London's a good squad over there this year, too. They've been doing well all season. And like you said, they beat Crestview earlier in the season, I think by 20 or 30 as well.
Yeah, a couple of tough losses.
Had their number all season. and that's just kind of how it breaks out every once in a while.
This Cougars squad coming in 12-9, 9-5 in the Firelands Conference. Had won 4 in a row and 6 of 7 before last night's loss against New London. They'll go with Tori Kidney, Georgia McFarland, Logan Moore, Mackenzie Spur, and Lily Klein as their starters. Amy Bays in her 4th season as the head coach, winning 12 games this year, Dave. They have paved the way forward. That's brought to you by Sarver Paving. Last year, just 3 wins, 4 wins maybe, I think, and this year 12 wins, so making that progression as the head coach.
Yeah, and that's what your biggest things to see are as a coach, especially in a high school setting, when you don't get to go out and pick your players. You got to deal the hand that you are dealt.
Yeah.
And you get to, go through, and being able to see people buying into the system that you want to run is amazing, and that's what you really want to see.
Sarver Paving, serving North Central Ohio for more than 75 years. Thanks for them jumping on this year as well. Don't forget, you can watch all the action at South Street Grill, your official watch location for Aero Athletics. If you're not able to get here in person, South Street will have all the Arrows basketball games all season long in the lower level bar area. Just a couple games left. Thursday will be our final girls broadcast against Mansfield Senior at 7 o'clock. Pregame at 6:45. Dave and I will be up here in the Priest-Dental broadcast booth as well. And then next Tuesday, Dave will be back for the Arrows and Sandusky. The Blue Streaks having a heck of a season coming in here. And then the Arrows boys got their draw as well. We'll talk about that after the break. Be right back after this.
Construction is proud to sponsor Arrows Athletics, the most trusted and efficient construction company in the region. With a long history of doing things the right way from concept to completion, Simonson Construction solves all your construction needs for commercial and public projects. A truly local company providing award-winning comprehensive design-build services since 1974. For more information, scan the QR code or go to simonsonconstruction.com. Come visit the South Street Grill in downtown Ashland, the official watch location every Friday night during the Arrows football season. You can catch all the action in the bar area on the big screens. Elevated casual dining in downtown Ashland, steaks, seafood, hand-patted burgers, vegetarian options, salads, and a huge kids menu. Something for everyone in a completely renovated, historic building. South Street Grill, your home for Arrows football.
Welcome back to Arrow Arena. Brandon Wells and Dave Swartz here. Priest-Dental broadcast booth. Countdown to tip-off pregame show presented by Ashland Eye Care. The Arrows and Cougars getting ready to tip off. No JV game tonight, no freshman game tonight, just a varsity game. And it sort of changes the tenor of the game, Dave. A little different you got to try to get yourself ready in a little different way.
Yeah, you definitely have a bit of a different dynamic when that occurs. Had that happen a few times. I mean, when I coached at Hillsdale, we had 11 players and ran a varsity and JV squad, and you get an injury with that, and I'm talking that's all we had total for our program.
Right.
And when you have that, if you get one injury or a sickness, you can't play a JV game in that situation. So it definitely makes how you get ready and how you prepare a little bit different for these girls.
Let's take a look at our player profile brought to you by the law offices of Andrew Bush, our good friends in your local law office for all your wills, whatever you need, legal needs. I need to check in with Mr. Bush, Ashland's hometown law office. You can visit Andrew Bush Law Office for everything you need. And there it is, CC Story, our player profile, Dave. Everybody loves the bus rides except maybe the coaches after a loss.
Yeah, definitely. Coaches do not like that after a loss. I tell you the thing that I like here, favorite food, donuts. Who's complaining there, right?
That's a very, very good point.
I mean,
Hawkins Donuts? Are you a Hawkins guy?
That's the only place I want donuts from in all reality.
Inspiration and role model, Sims, Alyssa, and Grayson, and Mariah also, one of those, she's got a great family, the Sturry family. Glad to have them on board as well here as they sponsor part of our sponsorship and advertisers of the Janney post-game show. Stay tuned for that as well tonight. We'll be right back after this.
Where great prices meet an even better selection. We're driving home the best experience you've ever had. With Chevrolet, Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, find the ride that defines you. And our huge selection of high-quality used cars and trucks is why you should check Bill Harris first. 3 brands, 3 convenient locations, 1 unforgettable Bill Harris experience. Dive into great prices, explore a better selection, and enjoy the best buying experience with us today. Bill Harris Dealerships, the name you know and trust. BillHarrisDealerships.com.
Bo Lacey Construction is proud to sponsor Arrows Athletics. Experience you can trust done right on time. From siding to windows, decks, and bathrooms, Bo Lacey also is your go-to company for all your roofing needs. Whether it's your house or your business, we've got you covered. And don't forget to check out the new Hover 3D app so you can see what every exterior home project will look like when it's finished. Scan the QR code.
Arrows and Cougars just a few minutes from tip here on the Sarver Paving Arrows Broadcasting Network. Brandon Wells and Dave Swartz in the Priest-Dental broadcast booth. Injury report is a pretty simple one, Dave.
Yeah, pretty simple. I don't think we have injuries for anybody from either team in all reality. You know, earlier in the season, Arrows had some injuries going on, but everybody seems to be back and healthy, and watching every game that I've watched, don't see anybody with any problems.
Injury report served by Goldberry Roasting, Ashland's locally owned and award-winning coffee shop. And I will tell you, I was there this morning for a meeting, and that's no lie. I was there for about an hour for a meeting. My good friend Stephen Cole. I will tell you, Dave, that it is fortunate we're all ready, square to go here tonight. 3 minutes till tip-off, and you can check out Goldberry Roasting Company here in Ashland. Glad to have them as well on board the Arrows and Cougars a couple minutes from tip. How about a look at our keys to the ball game, Dave, for the Arrows coming in, brought to you by Sarver Paving, and they will take care of everything you need paving-wise, serving North Central Ohio for more than 75 years.
Yeah, keys to the game, I think for the Arrows tonight, this is a get ready for Thursday type of game. You know, I'm thinking they're going to have not a whole lot of trouble here tonight. You know, we don't know. I don't know a lot about Crestview. Haven't, followed them a lot this year, but they've always historically been kind of a running team. So can we handle that running speed?
And some local bragging rights here tonight,
Yeah,
right?
well,
like these girls tend to know each other. Some will go to church together, play AAU ball. Like there's a lot on the line when it comes to that.
And I think your bragging rights are almost a lot with your head coaches down there for this one too.
I think you're right, Dave. That is correct. Let's take a look now at the Arrows starting lineup. If I can figure out where anything is. There we go, our starting lineup for the Arrows, brought to you by Truly Inspired Paper Company. CC Sturry, Maddie Hoffman, Kennedy Lacey, Lauren Green, and Cam Cox.
Yeah, this is the starting lineup we've been going with for the last few games. Seems to be working well for the Arrows, coming in with this grouping. They all these 5 girls are just going to play their butts off out there tonight.
Take a little break and be back with the national anthem right after this.
Where great prices meet an even better selection. We're driving home the best experience you've ever had. With Chevrolet, Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, find the ride that defines you. And our huge selection of high-quality used cars and trucks is why you should check Bill Harris first. 3 brands, 3 convenient locations, 1 unforgettable Bill Harris experience. Dive into great prices, explore a better selection, and enjoy the best buying experience with us today. Bill Harris Dealerships, the name you know and trust. BillHarrisDealerships.com.
Bo Lacey Construction is proud to sponsor Arrows Athletics. Experience you can done right on time. From siding to windows, decks, and bathrooms, Bo Lacey also is your go-to company for all your roofing needs. Whether it's your house or your business, we've got you covered. And don't forget to check out the new Hover 3D app so you can see what every exterior home project will look like when it's finished. Scan the QR code.
Well, Dave, there's our student section. It's a small crowd here today at Arrow Arena. I think there's maybe more athletes on both sides than there are fans when it comes to students.
Yeah,
but
it definitely looks that way.
the Sarver student section, brought to you by Sarver Paving, serving North Central Ohio for more than 75 years. The Arrows getting ready to take on the Cougars here in a local matchup. We'll pause for the national anthem and be right back. It's basketball time here at Arrow Arena. And the Arrows trying to win their 17th game of the season. Hard to believe, Dave, but this would be one of the best, it already is, one of the best seasons in Arrows girls basketball history.
Yeah, it's really good to see this program where it is right now.
We saw some downtimes.
Yeah. Saw a little downtimes when we were here, but those were some of the building blocks, I think, that got this team to where it is now, even because some of the people that maybe were looked at that point, were like, hey, look at this, we can play basketball too.
Exactly. Yeah, the Arrows and the Cougars. The Cougars going to go with Kidney, McFarland Moore, Mackenzie Spohr, and Lily Klein. Make sure I got Mackenzie's name right. Thank you.
Yep.
And the Cougars in their first winning season in the past 3 years. And, we talked about it early on, Dave, the coaching assignment here. Renee Holt, a Crestview alum, and Amy Bays coached her in junior high and high school a little bit, and you coached Renee, so there's a little bit of a coaching triangle going on there.
Yeah, she was a freshman my last year at Crestview, so, I was the JV coach there, but it was great to see her class at Crestview was one of the best groups to come through basketball-wise through that school.
Arrows, if you're just joining us, had their draw last week, and we'll take a look at that here as we get ready for the Arrows and the Cougars. Arrows going to play Mansfield Senior Thursday at 7. We'll have the pregame starting at 6:45. If they're able to take down Senior, who they beat twice, then they would move on to take on Tiffin Columbian. In the bottom of the bracket, Sandusky and Madison, kind of a toss-up, and then Norwalk, who's just been dominant all season long at the bottom of the bracket, thankfully for the Arrows.
Yeah, and we played Norwalk earlier. Rough game, but we had some players out. You
sure
want to talk
did.
about the injury report? Right, that was some injury report going on that game.
Yeah, Cam Cox, I believe, and Madison Hoffman. Two starters.
And which will make a big difference when this game comes back around.
I think so. Now, you have to win a couple to get to there, right? You can't look past Mansfield Senior on Thursday.
I wouldn't say you look past anybody, but you already got to be going, this is where we got a little earmark in our spot, where we want some redemption from that game.
Arrows coming in, averaging just under 50 a game. Have been really successful here at home. Just one loss at home, but that was that tough one against New Philly.
Yeah, definitely the loss they didn't want it.
No, but
nobody wants a loss ever, but that was the one that they really didn't want.
Learning experience for this young Arrows squad. Still a pretty young group, Dave.
For sure.
You've got Lauren Green as a senior and Lainey McNamara and Brylan Montial, but everybody else coming back next year.
Yeah, I think this team's going to be just as tough next year as they are this year, and maybe even tougher based on the experience that they're gaining from this season right here.
The Arrows might have a little more expectation next year, though, and that sometimes
most
can play.
Definitely.
Right?
I would think that you win the OCC the way you did this year, the expectation realistically should already be on the board saying OCC repeat.
Tonight's officials, Charlie Eicher, Steve Hartman, and David Stoyko. Brought to you by Valley Transportation, at the forefront of the aluminum and steel hauling industry since 1973. Glad to have them on board. And Arrows in white, Crestview in the black. Here as we get ready to get rolling. Tip-off and team colors served by Linway Restaurant. Quality food and fine service since 1951. Big Daddy's a big fan. Daddy Dave Swartz, right. And congratulations to your mother and father on their 50th wedding anniversary this past weekend.
If they were listening in right now, they would say thank you.
Not many finer people. Arrows and Cougars underway here in the first quarter. First quarter brought to you by Comfort Control, providing the best comfort for residential and commercial customers for more than 40 years. Early turnover for the Arrows. Crestview off and running as predicted, Dave.
That's what I know. That's what this team has been predicated on for many a year.
Nice look by Kennedy Lacey and a good shot there by Maddie Hoffman, but couldn't get it to fall. Crestview in a zone early.
A little bit off balance on that shot right there. I'd like to see her get her feet under her a little more.
Arrows coming out in that zone as well, 2-3. We talk about that a lot. I love zone defense. The key there, communication and active hands.
Yeah, and one of the things I look at here with Crestview, not a lot of size, so this zone is really, gonna hurt some of that.
Inside to Lacey, up and in. And we've broken the seal here at Arrow Arena. Kennedy Lacey gets on the board. They break the pressure pretty easily, and a jump shot from the baseline, no good. From Logan Moore.
Arrows a little out of sync on the press right there when they were coming down, and I think that's what gave Crestview the open look.
Arrows in that zone, lobbed in, and Hoffman comes up with the steal. Off and running, Maddie to the basket. Throws up a tough one, no good. And Lacey pulls down the rebound, but she gets tied up. Possession arrow belongs to the Arrows. It is quiet in here tonight.
Yeah, it definitely is. Completely different atmosphere than the other night.
Good look by Lacey to Cox, but she can't finish. Good D and active hands there by Maddie. Tracked back down by Tori Kidney, the junior guard. Long three from McFarland. Front of the rim, no good. Lacey gonna outrace him all the way to the hoop. Up and in.
Not too many people staying with Kennedy Lacey when she gets moving.
You sir are correct. Now a little pressure causing some havoc there. Crestview takes their time and breaks it in a block. McFarland can't get it to go. Sturry looking down court to Cox. Well, great hands by Kennedy to grab that pass. Turns and throws it up. Can't get it to fall. And Lauren Green loses control of that rebound, but the Arrows will have it back. And the Sid Sud substitutions. Grace Tobias checks in for the Arrows. Shelby Bays and Mariah Camp check in for the Cougars. Of the three coaches for Crestview, all have a daughter on the team. I was talking with Coach Bays about it, and she said, we have a rule that we don't correct our own kids. We let somebody else coach them, and when they need corrected. And I said, that's a great idea when you have three. And good defense there by the Arrows causing the turnover.
Yeah, Kennedy Lacey just has a nose for that ball to get that steal. Got a nice bump, and when the Cougars went to corral it, she stepped over and got the over and back.
Still nothing on the board for Crestview offensively. Arrows off to a 6-0 start. Missed the extra point. Nice skip pass, but just a little underthrown. Good idea there, but not enough zip on it. Here come the Cougars. A little late on that pass. And it's a track meet. Kidney with the drive. No good. Lacey pulls down her third rebound. They've got numbers down to Sturry. Cece up and in.
Nice job. Pass ahead and get it in. Nice job.
Timeout. We'll be back.
For great prices and an even better selection, we're driving home the best experience you've ever had. With Chevrolet, Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, find the ride that defines you. And our huge selection of high-quality used cars and trucks is why you should check Bill Harris first. 3 brands, 3 convenient locations, 1 unforgettable Bill Harris experience. Dive into great prices, explore a better selection, and enjoy the best buying experience with us today. Bill Harris Dealerships, the name you know and trust. BillHarrisDealerships.com.
Bo Lacey Construction is proud to sponsor Arrows Athletics. Experience you can done right on time. From siding to windows, decks, and bathrooms, Bo Lacey also is your go-to company for all your roofing needs. Whether it's your house or...
Back here at Arrow Arena. It's a 32nd timeout, and the Arrows come up with another steal. Tobias up and in. Coach Bays saw that this pressure was causing some problems and calls the timeout. The Arrows come right back with the steal. There's a good pass out there for Crestview, and a nice shot up and in by Mariah Camp, and the Cougars break the seal.
Yeah, finally they get something to fall for them. You know, hopefully for them, they can keep it going. The Arrows just looking to keep this pressure going, I think.
Looks like Crestview's in a 3-2 or a high 1-2-2, Dave, defensively. And Lacey lost control of it. Here comes the Cougars off and running. Shelby Bays. Nice hustle by CC. Comes up with a block. Hoffman. Yes, ma'am. Downtown to BB&C. Car Care three-pointer.
Good extra passes by the Arrows there to move that ball.
Don't walk. Keep your car running smoothly with regular oil changes at BB&C Car Care on East Main and Claremont.
Little breakdown in the defense by the Arrows, giving a wide open look.
Oh, good look at a seal by Cam. Now Hoffman from the right wing. Front iron. A 3-ball up and no good from Kidney. Maddie Hoffman races to the hoop, can't get it to fall, but Cam is right there, throws it up, no good, but she's fouled.
Good job just finding that rebound, attacking the glass. Good trail here tonight with the Arrows when they're on their fast break.
This is the quietest this arena has been in my life.
Not in your life, but it is definitely quiet.
I mean, they can hear every word we're saying, Dave.
Well, it's a good thing we're good then, I guess, right?
You said that, not me.
Oh.
Lainey McNamara checks in for the first time, along with Lauren Green, who returns, and Josie Van Tilburg checks in for the Arrows with the Sid Suds substitutions. Sid Suds, your go-to for all power washing needs with superheated water. It's about that time of the year, Dave. Got anything you need power washed?
Probably my house, my car. I could probably run down the gamut here.
Well, give him a call. Cam Cox with the rebound. Arrows up 14-4. In control early on. Nice skip to Laney. Laney with a drive and a dish. Nice skip pass to Tobias. She can't get it to fall, but Cam hustling after it. And a jump ball.
That was a quick jump ball whistle. And,
sure was.
You don't see that one too often lately.
Arrows have been crashing on the offensive glass, though.
Yeah, doing a real good job with the offensive rebounds.
Still in the full court pressure, approaching the 2-minute mark here in the first quarter. And Lauren Green playing safety, picks it off. All good idea on the backside, but throws it away. Another substitution. Lily Klein returns for the Cougars. Well, don't forget, Thursday we'll be back here for the Arrows' first round playoff game against Mansfield Senior. Lauren Green with another steal. Arrows moving the basketball well today, Dave.
Yeah, nice looks for the Arrows. Looking for, I've talked about this before, looking for the great shot, not just settling for a good shot tonight.
Inside to Lauren, back outside. Good ball reversal here by Laney. Arrows being very patient. Cougars trying to sag in and double down on Cam Cox. She steps out and fires the three, no good. Van Tilburg with a save and a beauty. Arrows with another effort. Oh, what a great idea by Laney. Driving the basket and trying to throw a little wraparound.
Wraparound pass and just stepped on the line going that way.
And Tobias and Cam Cox check back out. Sid Sud substitutions. Arrows still in that full court 1-2-2 pressure. And the Cougars have struggled with it here in the latter part of the second quarter. Great pass down court. Oh, can't finish Logan Moore, but a beautiful pass. Quickly down court to Hoffman. A good decision there by Maddie to pull it out. Oh! And Laney McNamara are going to get the foul, hustling back.
Good hustle to get back, you know, but got to watch your hands.
Cougars will go to the line. Georgia McFarland at the Connery Manufacturing free throw line. All your wastewater equipment leader, locally owned for more than 40 years. That's about half of Chris Mowry's age. Georgia McFarland splits the pair, cuts it to a 9-point game. Lacey, a little nice hesitation, and throws it right to the hands of McFarland, who dropped down. A nice defensive play. Josie Van Tilburg, some good on-ball defense, and then kind of a communication breakdown. Gave up a good look, but the Arrows came up with a rebound.
Arrows just kind of getting ahead of themselves a little bit right now.
Maddie Hoffman blocked by Logan Moore. Great help defense out of that zone. And the right idea by the Cougars, but Willie Klein puts a little too much zip on that one.
Yeah, fortunately for the Arrows, because, I mean, it's 14-5, but you can't get ahead of yourself. You got to take a little, you know, they got 30 seconds in this quarter. That, you know, at a point like this, coach might be thinking timeout and then looks up and goes, there's 30 seconds, we'll play it out.
Right, a couple of sloppy possessions offensively, yeah. Sometimes when you jump out to a big lead at the start, it's almost it's a double-edged sword, right? You kind of have a tendency to drop your focus.
Yeah.
Maddie Hoffman working on the outside and has that one stripped away. Crestview playing hard. Lacey takes it right back. 5 seconds on the clock. Maddie Hoffman fires from long range. And no good. Six-tenths of a second, not much you're going to get going here. End of the first quarter. We'll be back.
Harris Dealerships, where great prices meet an even better selection. We're driving home the best experience you've ever had. With Chevrolet, Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, find the ride that defines you. And our huge selection of high-quality used cars and trucks is why you should check Bill Harris first. 3 brands, 3 convenient locations, 1 unforgettable Bill Harris experience. Dive into great prices, explore a better selection, and enjoy the best buying experience with us today. Bill Harris Dealerships, the name you know and trust. BillHarrisDealerships.com.
Bo Lacey Construction is proud to sponsor Arrows Athletics. Experience you can trust done right on time. From siding to windows, decks, and bathrooms, Bo Lacey also is your go-to company for all your roofing needs. Whether it's your house or your business, we've got you covered. And don't forget to check out the new Hover 3D app so you can see what every exterior home project will look like when it's finished. Scan the QR.
Start of the second quarter. Well, the student section's starting to pick up. Some of the football guys over there and some baseball players mixed in. A couple of basketball guys as well.
It's more than tripled since you showed it the first time.
Well, there's 10, and
well,
there had been 0. Oh, there was 3. Okay, yeah, you're right.
Found up there.
You're right. So good job, gentlemen. Way to show up and support. Start of the second quarter, Dave. Arrows first quarter pretty much in control.
Yeah, Arrows just kind of, in control, like we talked a little bit. Got a little sloppy towards the end, but you're willing to give that a minute for coach because they were up so well.
Second quarter brought to you by Spring Smith Insurance Agency, your hometown insurance leader, bringing clarity to your insurance needs since 1950. That's the year Gary Wells was born. That's my father.
Okay.
Everybody knows.
I hope he's not upset about you telling his age there.
I don't think my dad cares.
Yeah.
Free ball in and out. Good board by Kennedy. A lot of contact on that stick back. Ref's letting them play so far. Maddie Hoffman with a little baseline jumper up and in.
Nice look, to get it to her, like we said, passed up. Lauren could have taken that shot, passed it up, get a good shot.
Maddie with 5, Kennedy with 6, CC with a bucket, Cam Cox with a free throw. And a timeout on the floor called by Crestview. 30-second timeout. Take a look at the boys bracket, Dave, and the Arrows going to play next week against most likely Lexington. I should say 2 weeks from tonight, but ended up in that bye because Lexington wanted a home game, and so did Mansfield Senior and Sandusky. The Arrows get the bye, which gives them some time between the Sandusky game on the 18th to get healthy and prepare for either Lexington or Madison, most likely Lexington.
Yeah, most likely, like you said, Lexington. Lexington's tough. They were tough last year, tough again this year.
We had them last week.
Yeah,
It was a close one.
Yep, it was a good one. I thought we were going to get it.
The Arrows came out just a little short in that one, but a good effort against a really good team, one of the better teams in the region and in the state. Meanwhile, the Arrows girls squad forcing another turnover out of the timeout. Cece lost control of it, and the Cougars have it back.
I don't know how you didn't have a call there. She lost control of it because she got ran into.
Well, I gave up criticizing officials for Lent about 10 years ago.
I was going to say.
Still trying to stick with it, Dave.
Yeah, it's probably not working well for you.
No. Although I will tell you, if you want to make some extra money, you can go get certified and be a basketball official.
I think I'm good doing this.
Okay. Well, anybody else out there can. Good job by Kennedy stepping in there into the passing lane. Looking down, I almost said downfield, down court for Maddie. We'll skip over to Green. Good job by Cam. Nice up and under. Oh, can't finish. Great move.
Yeah, great move. Loved the move.
That was very Trumpian. Loved the move.
Loved it.
Inside to Lacia. And it's blocked. Good job by Logan Moore on the block there for Crestview.
Turnover, ball to the Arrows.
We'll take it. We will take it. Crowd cam. Some of our favorite people in the arena. No names, please.
Yeah, I'm not giving out any
No names, please, today. It's Mowry who likes to drop the names. Lacey with a tough one.
And
Mamba can't quite get it to go.
Arrow's still crashing the boards hard there, too.
I always found in games like this, environments like this, it's tough to have the energy. You got to bring some energy yourself. Arrows still up 11, but a little sloppy so far. Crestview, pull-up jumper by Spoor, no good. Rebound, Sturry. Kennedy Lacey draws the contact, and she'll go to the line.
She's been trying to draw that contact a few times now.
Here you'll see it on the Sarver Paving replay. Logan Moore picks up her first, the 6-foot sophomore. And that puts Lacey at the Connery Manufacturing free throw line. First one up and in.
Nothing but nylon.
7 for Lacey here in the first half.
Yeah, that's pretty much, on pace for her.
Averaging just under 15. Shooting at 63% from the stripe this season. That one's up and in. Arrows stretch it out to a 18-5 lead here at home. Final regular season ball game. Hey, you want to get through this one healthy, and you want to get some rhythm going into Thursday, into the postseason.
Yeah, maybe you look to try a couple different things this, today.
I like that idea, actually, David. It gives you an opportunity to throw a few things out there. It's a fine line, though, right? Because you don't want to put too many things on tape if you are going to throw anything in, but you also need some time. You know, you need some reps. Good hustle by CC. Story goes down and gets it. Great steal and sacrificing the body. Lacey, crossover, floater, up and in. That's going to be our Bo Lacey hustle play of the game. Brought to you by Bo Lacey Construction. Experience that you can trust on Run On Time. The hustle play of the game, CC Story and Kennedy Lacey.
Just really good getting down on the floor. I love to see it when people are diving on the floor for the loose ball.
Get dirty. Here it comes. Arrows in that 2-3 right now. Job by Josie and a nice job by Lauren coming up to the high post. In that 2-3, that middle in the back of the 2-3 has a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, has to know where they need to be pretty much at all times during that.
Covering that high post and then dropping down low, and the communication has to be there.
That's one of the keys, is the communication, being able to kind of, when you're that middle in the 2-3 on the bottom, you got to be talking to every single player, telling them, hey, look for this cutter, that cutter, all those kind of things.
Lacey trying to seal inside. Brylan Mario in there for the first time today as a Sid Sud substitution. Played well on senior night last week. Inside to Lacey. Oh, nice move there. A lot of contact, and she's going to the line.
Yeah, another good post seal by Kennedy.
Good job of getting position down low. A little fake to the middle, spin baseline, and draws the contact. Second foul on Logan Moore.
Yeah, and again, Arrows passing up open shots, looking for a better one.
Good selflessness right there. And a little too strong off the back of the iron. Danica Kingman in for the first time tonight for the Cougars. And Lacey splits the pair. She's got 11 of the Arrows' 21.
Yeah, and, you know, looking good right now. The Arrows just kind of cruising. They just keep the pressure going.
McFarland working against Van Tilburg.
Arrows guards have done a fantastic job this year with active hands.
Especially on the ball.
Yeah.
Really is a vast improvement from last year in what we see defensively and the commitment to that. And good job right there is an example of it. Lainey McNamara comes up, gets her hands on a loose ball or on a ball that Tori Kidney was driving and get the turnover.
Yeah, turnover.
Some full court pressure. Oh,
jump ball that didn't create the turnover.
Well, there you go. It's like a half turnover, Dave.
Yeah. Doesn't go in the book as anything.
You get the possession arrow back, right? Kidney thought about firing it up. Just 5 points so far for Crestview. Struggling on the offensive side. And another turnover for the Cougars.
Another turnover for the Arrows. Well, for the Cougars, by the Arrows.
Yeah, there you go. Something like that.
You know, whatever you want to call it, I don't care right now.
Brandon Wells and Dave Schwartz up here in the Priest Dental broadcast booth. Thanks for joining us on a Tuesday night. The Arrows and the Cougars. If you haven't been over to see Dr. Priest lately, make sure you get in there. I'm overdue. Still brushing my teeth regularly, don't worry.
That's good, yeah. I would have let you know if you weren't.
Thank you. That's what good friends are for.
Yeah.
Thought about the three. McFarland pulls it back out. She's got the much bigger Cam Cox on her, but Cam keeping her under wraps. And Tilburg, active hands, knocked it away for a second. Long jumper, no good. Rebound, Matty Hoffman. Boy, Van Tilburg's playing some good defense out there today.
Great defense by the Arrows, and, officials letting them play a little bit, too. There's definitely a little bit of bumping going on both ends of the floor.
And Cam Cox with a stick back. Her first basket.
Another offensive rebound for the Arrows.
Arrows hitting the glass and up 23-5. Cam with 3. Here in the Spring Smith second quarter. A nice little wheel play right there. Shelby Bays takes it to the hoop, had a good look, just couldn't finish. Freshman guard. I think she's going to be pretty good. Already is.
Yeah.
For a freshman. And Rylan Mattial gets fouled underneath. When you can bring in Mattial off the bench, you've got some good depth as the size. When you got Lauren Green and Cam Cox, you get into foul trouble, you got some options.
Yeah, definitely the Arrows have some options in there. And then you got Kennedy Lacey, who I don't care where you stick her, she's going to play her heart out.
It's like in football when they recruit people and they say athlete, right?
Yeah.
They don't give them a position.
Yes.
That's kind of what I would equate
or
her to.
the utility man in basketball, or in baseball, am I right?
Yeah, but that has a bit of a negative connotation. A little bit. Cece Sturry, long 3, no good. Rebound, Mattial. The utility man sometimes gets pegged with the, like they can't do anything really well, but they do everything okay. Hoffman drive to the basket.
All right, well, whatever. I'm not as much of a baseball analyst as you, so I'll give you that one.
Well, I appreciate that. Thanks. Oh, good seal inside by Mattial, but a tough catch and knocked out of bounds.
So she needs to get her hands a little bit clear there. It seemed like she was using her hands to help seal a little bit.
I would have preferred to see a spin bounce pass on the left side. It's an easier catch.
Pass.
Yep. Into Cam. Cam tries to fight through 2 defenders and throws it away. Under a minute to go here in the first half. Nice move right there. Mariah Camp just can't finish. Outside, thought about a long 3. Georgia McFarland was going to shoot that one from Atlanta. A little wheel action right there and a foul. When Crestview gets that wheel action going, it's been open.
Yeah, it's there, and part of the reason, in my opinion, is we got to take our backside player and get him more in that help side in the middle of the lane. We're following a player going way out on the backside.
Either go under as well as the defender, but if you're going to trail, you're going to see that on tape, right? And, and a team's going to see that and exploit it.
Yeah. And I will say, the other day, Arrows struggled a little bit with that against Wayndale.
Okay. Yeah, there's a couple different ways to defend that. You either go under as the defender, or you try to bump the cutter if you're the one whose girl is at that high post setting the screen on that wheel action. Mattial pulls down the rebound. Quick outlet pass to Cece. Lauren Green with a 3, no good. Mattial pulls it in, throws it up and in. Rylan Mattial, her first basket of the night. A nice defense there by the Arrows, and Cam Cox comes up with a loose ball.
Just a nice job there. They were trying to run that wheel again. Cam comes off of her player to defend the wheel cutter.
Arrows turn it over to get it back, and that'll be halftime with the Arrows up 25-6. Dave, quick thoughts on the first half.
Quick thoughts. Arrows did a great job defensively. I mean, only allowed 6 points, and they still were a little sloppy at times.
Arrows up 25-6. We'll be back with the second half after this.
The most trusted and efficient construction company in the region, with a long history of doing things the right way from concept to completion. Simonson Construction solves all your construction needs for commercial and public projects. A truly local company providing award-winning comprehensive design build services since 1974. For more information, scan the QR code or go to simonsonconstruction.com. Come to the South Street Grill in downtown Ashland, the official watch location every Friday during the Arrows football season. You can catch all the action in our area on the big screens. Elevated casual dining in downtown Ashland, steaks, seafood, hand-patted burgers, vegetarian salads, and a huge kids menu. Something for everyone in a completely renovated, historic building. South Street Grill, your home for Arrows football.
At Bill Harris Dealerships, where great prices meet even better selection. We're driving home the best experience you've ever had. With Chevrolet, Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, find the ride that defines you. And our huge selection of high-quality used cars and trucks is why you should check Bill Harris first. 3 brands, 3 convenient locations, 1 unforgettable Bill Harris experience. Dive into great prices, explore a better selection, and enjoy the best buying experience with us today. Bill Harris Dealerships, the name you know and trust. BillHarrisDealerships.com.
Bo Lacey Construction is proud to sponsor Arrows Athletics. Experience and trust done right on time. From siding to windows, decks, and bathrooms, Bo Lacey also is your go-to company for all your roofing needs. Whether it's your house or your business, we've got you covered. And don't forget to check out the new Hover 3D app. You can see what every exterior home project will look like when it's finished. Scan the QR code or visit BoLaceyConstruction.com for more. The team at Whitcomb & Hess have all of your needs covered. Plan, grow, thrive. Financial advisors, CPAs will help you grow your business and investments. Arrows Athletics, the most trusted and efficient construction company in the region. With a long history of doing things the right way from concept to completion, Simonson Construction solves all your construction needs for commercial and public projects. A truly local company providing award-winning comprehensive design-build services since 1974. For more information, scan the QR code or go to SimonsonConstruction.com. Come visit the South Street Grill in Town Ashland, the official launch location every Friday night during the Arrows football season. You can catch all the action in the bar area on the big screen. Elevated casual dining in downtown Ashland, steaks, seafood, hand-patted burgers, vegetarian option salads, and a huge kids menu. Something for everyone in a completely renovated, historic building. South Street Grill, your home for Arrows football.
Welcome back to Arrow Arena. 25-6 here at the half. Arrows, that looks like a football score when you see it like that, and you say, well, it's not. The Arrows, you know, I think, Dave, it wasn't the cleanest half of basketball we've seen them play, but nonetheless, still took care of business.
Yeah, took care of business the way that, they were supposed to do, and the way I'm sure they were told in the locker room before the game. So right now, coach is in there, and if you ask me, you're saying, hey, I don't care what the score is. You go out, and we have to keep pushing in the second half. Don't let your guard down. You got to keep playing the game that we were set up to play.
Arrows up 25-6. If you're Coach Bays, Dave, we've been on the wrong end of these before.
Sure.
What are you saying to your young squad?
Keep working. Keep working hard, right? You keep telling them, hey, you got to keep working, and you got to look for the open player. Don't dribble yourself into trouble. They've done that a few times tonight. Can't get your own self in trouble.
Arrows up 25-6 at the half. No jazz band today. No Bill Harris halftime show.
You know, it's always nice to see the jazz band. I don't know any other school that has a jazz band.
No. And
anywhere.
They're undefeated,
anymore.
Dave.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know that.
I
Neil
believe
Ebert with the transition to Zane Alaman, and now they are still undefeated.
Yeah, I don't know anybody that rivals them with their jazz band.
We'll be back in the second half right after this.
Simonson Construction is proud to sponsor Arrows Athletics, the most trusted and efficient construction company in the region. With a long history of doing things the right way from concept to completion, Simonson Construction solves all your construction needs for commercial and public projects. A truly local company providing award-winning comprehensive design-build services since 1974. For more information, scan the QR code or go to simonsonconstruction.com. Come visit the South Street Grill in downtown Ashland, the official watch location every Friday night during the Arrows football season. You can catch all the action in the bar area on the big screens. Elevated casual dining in downtown Ashland, steaks, seafood, hand-patty burgers, vegetarian options, salads, and a huge kids menu. Something for everyone in a completely renovated, historic building. South Street Grill, your home for Arrows football.
At Bill Harris Dealerships, where great prices meet an even better selection, we're driving home the best experience you've ever had. With Chevrolet, Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, find the ride that defines you. And our huge selection of high-quality used cars and trucks is why you should check Bill Harris first. 3 brands, 3 convenient locations, 1 unforgettable Bill Harris experience. Dive into great prices, explore a better selection, and enjoy the best buying experience with us today. Bill Harris Dealerships, the name you know and trust. BillHarrisDealerships.com.
Bo Lacey Construction is proud to sponsor Arrows Athletics. Experience you can trust done right on time. From siding to windows, decks, and bathrooms, Bo Lacey also is your go-to company for all your roofing needs. Whether it's your house or your business, we've got you covered. And don't forget to check out the new Hover 3D app so you can see what every exterior home project will look like when it's finished. Scan the QR code or visit BoLaceyConstruction.com for more. The team at Whitcomb & Hess have all of your needs covered. Plan, grow, thrive. Financial advisors and CPAs will help you grow your business and investments.
Where great prices meet an even better selection. We're driving home the best experience you've ever had. With Chevrolet, Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, find the ride that defines you. And our huge selection of high-quality used cars and trucks is why you should check Bill Harris first. 3 brands, 3 convenient locations, 1 unforgettable Bill Harris experience. Dive into great prices, explore a better selection, and enjoy the best buying experience with us today. Bill Harris Dealerships, the name you know and trust. BillHarrisDealerships.com.
Bo Lacey Construction is proud to sponsor Arrows Athletics. Experience you can trust done right on time. From siding to windows, decks, and bathrooms, Bo Lacey also is your go-to company for all your roofing needs. Whether it's your house or your business, we've got you covered. And don't forget to check out the new Hover 3D app so you can see what every exterior home project will look like when it's finished. Scan the QR code.
Start of the third quarter, about a minute away here at Arrow Arena. Saw some wonderful halftime, half-court shots.
Yeah.
And that young man there on the right missed his badly. Gunnar Lacey, who's a fantastic football player and a great young man, but he missed badly. You know who did make it?
Are you gonna switch the cam here?
I'm gonna switch the cam, and I would have put money if I were a gambling man on this young man here making it. And I've seen Mr. Gabe Baith practice. I'm sorry,
down.
everybody's getting sick. I've seen Gabe Baith make half quarters on the reg, if you will.
And you know, not really a lot of effort shown to make that one either. You know, it's just another day at the office for him.
Well, you're right. It was 25-6. This is what you're talking about to start the third quarter. Unfortunately, Dave, we did not get that on the air. We didn't get the shot taped, or else I would have shown it to you. So I'm really sorry, everybody. I know the Baith family's probably distraught. My apologies. Start of the third quarter. Arrows up 25-6, and when your play-by-play guy is ADHD, this is what happens in the start of the second half. Arrows turn it over on a first possession, though.
Not what you want.
Now, you do have to be careful here coming out that you have the same energy level, and I'm sure that's what Coach Holt said.
Yeah.
Come out with the same focus.
Come out, you know, we got to keep, like we talked, you got to keep playing your game here. Don't just fall apart because we're up so much.
Don't play down, play your game.
Yeah.
Arrows with their starting lineup back in there. Third quarter brought to you by Spring Smith Insurance Agency. Your hometown insurance leader, bringing clarity to your insurance needs since 1950. Mackenzie Spoor on the basket. And if you heard Ashland legend Dan Chandler on the PA. All hot food, Dave, $1.
Yeah, well, you better run down there and grab yourself something to eat.
Nice pass inside to Cam Cox. You got me. Cam finishes. That was inside to Cam, I thought, right?
Yes, it was. That was a nice play. Good job, you know, Maddie Hoffman seeing her in there. Nice feed.
Cam with
Easy
5 now. Cougars turn it over. The last regular season game on the schedule for the Cougars. Arrows, meanwhile, same. And Thursday we'll have the Arrows and the TY Tigers in what is the first round of the OHSAA tournament.
Arrows pull out of the zone and go man here. And get a steal.
Down to Hoffman. Hoffman up and in. And Maddie with back-to-back hoops, and she's got 9. Timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well.
Simonson Construction is proud to sponsor Arrows Athletics, the most trusted and efficient construction company in the region. With a long history of doing things the right way from concept to completion, Simonson Construction solves all your construction needs for commercial and public projects. A truly local company providing award-winning comprehensive design-build services since 1974. For more information, scan the QR code or go to simonsonconstruction.com. Come visit the South Street Grill in downtown Ashland, the official watch location every Friday night during the Arrows football season. You can catch all the action in the bar area on the big screens. Elevated casual dining in downtown Ashland, steaks, seafood, hand-patted burgers, vegetarian options, salads, and a huge kids menu. Something for everyone in a completely renovated, historic building. South Street Grill, your home for Arrows football.
(31 to 8). Arrows as we move on down the road here in the third quarter. Full court pressure from Ashland. Tori Kidney breaks it. And a whistle and a foul on Cam Cox.
Official hadn't blown a whistle in a while. I think they just wanted to get back in the game.
These guys have done a good job. Sometimes games like this that are lopsided are hard.
Yep. Yeah, they've done a great job here this evening. Good active hands by the Arrows just to knock the ball out of bounds and not give an easy, pass for the Cougars.
Cam Cox gonna, he changed his mind.
Yes, he did.
Well, that's okay. Cam picks up her second foul.
Second quick foul. Yeah, Maddie Hoffman just takes it away from the Cougars.
Maddie to the line. Lane, and no good, but she's going to go to the line for 2 shots. Maddie Hoffman with 9 can make it 10 and 11 here at the stripe. Connery Manufacturing free throw line. I can't find it.
Maddie Hoffman drops the pair. Shooting 76% from the line, so I kind of assumed those were going in when she got to the line.
Crestview, the number 5 seed in their draw in the OHSAA, Dave, will take on the 2 seed Willard at Willard. That's going to be a tough one.
Yeah, that will be a tough game. I mean, the Arrows played Willard earlier this season.
Both these teams played Willard,
yeah.
and Crestview lost 62-33, and the Arrows lost 47-33.
Yeah, Arrows also in that game had some injuries down at least one, maybe 2 players, if I remember correctly.
I think you are correct, sir. That's some weird, wild stuff.
Yeah.
And a turnover. We'll go to the Arrows. New London, Division 6, while the Cougars in Division 5 with the realignment of divisions this season, expanding out to 7. CC Sturry, 3-ball, yes ma'am.
Nice inside out by the Arrows there, really working the ball around nicely.
Beautiful patience, and that might have been the first 3 CC's taken today.
Yeah, I think it might be.
She's got 5.
Well, Arrows just really active, especially in this dribble drag that the Cougars are trying to run, pretty much getting right in there and taking that handoff pass from the Cougars.
Don't forget to stay tuned for the Janney post-game show. It'll be a brief one, I think, tonight. We'll have our Truax printing player of the game in the Janney post-game show, brought to you by Janney and Mansfield. Financial advice from experienced people you can trust. Check out Rich Surrey at Janney.com for all your financial needs. And Kennedy Lacey with 13.
Yeah, steal there, just goes coast to coast and takes it. Another steal by the Arrows.
Arrows got numbers. Good look down to Grace. Up with the right hand. Got it.
Way to go. Good job just moving the ball down the floor, seeing the open player. If the Arrows can continue to do this, they have a good post-game or postseason run.
Good patience. Drive to the basket. Nice one. Popping in by Tori Kidney, the junior guard. Lauren Green still scoreless for the Arrows. I'd be looking to try to get her a couple of shots here when you're up 30. Trying to get her on the board. Van Tilburg 3. Yes, ma'am. Josie with her first 3. She's got 5.
Timeout.
A full timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well.
Bill Harris Dealerships, where great prices meet an even better selection. We're driving home the best experience you've ever had. With Chevrolet, Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, find the ride that defines you. And our huge selection of high-quality used cars and trucks is why you should check Bill Harris first. 3 brands, 3 convenient locations, 1 unforgettable Bill Harris experience. Dive into great prices, explore a better selection, and enjoy the best buying experience with us today. Bill Harris Dealerships, the name you know and trust. BillHarrisDealerships.com.
Bo Lacey Construction is proud to sponsor Arrows Athletics. Experience you can trust done right on time. From siding to windows, decks, and bathrooms, Bo Lacey also is your go-to company for all your roofing needs. Whether it's your house or your business, we've got you covered. And don't forget to check out the new Hover 3D app so you can see what every exterior home project will look like when it's finished. Scan the QR.
Appearing in a pre-dental broadcast booth, David Swartz, Brandon Wells, Chris Mowry out on assignment. The Arrows up big, 43-10. We're a bucket away from a running clock, Dave.
Yeah, bucket away. It looks like Renee going to send another sub here that doesn't get in too often, and it's nice to see her getting in, you know, here in this point in the game. Bailey Hartman at the Sid Suds substitution station.
Wow, well
trying
done.
to get that one in.
Well done. Nice jumper from the baseline by Logan Moore. Moore averaging 3 points a game, and that's, I think, her first bucket of the night. Arrows up by 31 halfway through the Spring Smith third quarter. Rylan Matial back in there as well. Laney McNamara also, and there's a fastball from Van Tilburg. High post Matial jumper. Got it.
Got a nice looking jumper from out there.
That was pretty. That high post elbow jumper that's very valuable. Stretch that lead back out to 33. One more, ladies. Let's get a stop. And there's a turnover by Crestview.
For a second, I'm sorry.
You're right.
For a second, I couldn't tell if we bumped that one on its way out.
Yeah, me too. The Cougars still playing hard, Dave.
And now they're putting some pressure up on the ball.
Yep. Still working hard out there. Which is a sign of good culture. Grace Tobias drives. A lot of contact, nothing there. And McNamara pulls in the rebound and gonna have a tie-up.
Doing some pirouettes there, getting, she was like a pinball though, getting banged off those girls there.
Nellie Klein back in, along with Mackenzie Sport. Yeah, Bailey Hartman has looked good at the JV level and played some minutes just sparingly here up at the varsity level, but
played a few minutes earlier in the season when there were some injuries going on, and really helped out.
Boy, she plays hard.
Yeah,
and she's got a decent future ahead of her here. She'll be one that'll have the opportunity for more minutes next year when Lauren Green graduates in that similar area.
Yeah.
Nice little move there by Spoor, and can't finish it. Hartman grabs the rebound. That's a double dribble.
Yep.
Don't forget Thursday to join us, 6:45 pregame show brought to you by Ashland Eye Care. Arrows and the TY Tigers. The last girls broadcast of the season here for Sarver Paving Broadcast Network. And Laney McNamara working hard for that rebound. Good job by Bailey getting away from the pressure there. Oh, had it ripped away. Here comes Shelby Bays off and running, a whistle and a foul. Intentional, are you kidding me? Oh my goodness, you gotta be kidding me.
I thought you didn't criticize refs.
That's one of the worst calls I've seen ever.
Yep, we'll just let it go.
I'm gonna mute my mic.
Yeah, probably a good idea from Brandon to mute right there. Misses the first, so realistically no harm done at this point in time. So it was half a good foul, as is said in times, right? But I don't know how you get the intentional there. She's just running after the girl.
Dave, I was not joking when I said that's one of the worst calls I've seen in a long time. I mean, look, for it to be an intentional foul, there has to be, in my opinion, malice, right?
Yeah.
There has to be intent to injure or hurt.
Right.
And it has to be so deliberate. That was in the flow of the game.
Yeah.
Well, under a minute to go here in the third quarter. It takes a lot for me to mute my mic and stop talking. Everybody knows that. Madial, good position inside. Nice pass in, and it was up a bit of a wild shot, but good effort after there. Under a minute to go here in the third.
Yeah, Arrow's just looking to finish this one out, I think, right here.
Chloe Crunkleton into the ball game for the first time for the Arrows tonight. And a foul. McFarland on the drive will get herself to the line. Second foul on the senior guard, Laney.
Yeah, I mean, just, girl gets by her. She's just trying to play.
That wasn't an intentional foul?
The guy under the basket didn't think so I guess not. They thought about calling it.
10 seconds to go in a third. McNamara drives. Tough shot. Good hustle by Laney. One thing you can never question with Laney is her effort.
No, definitely not. She's going to put it all out there.
.6 to go. Arrows draw it up for Laney. And going to have to fire. Not going to get rid of that one. End of the third quarter.
Bill Harris Dealerships, where great prices meet an even better selection. We're driving home the best experience you've ever had. With Chevrolet, Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, find the ride that defines you. And our huge selection of high-quality used cars and trucks is why you should check Bill Harris first. 3 brands, 3 convenient locations, 1 unforgettable Bill Harris experience. Dive into great prices, explore a better selection, and enjoy the best buying experience with us today. Bill Harris Dealerships, the name you know and trust. BillHarrisDealerships.com.
Bo Lacey Construction is proud to sponsor Arrows Athletics. Experience you can trust done right on time. From siding to windows, decks, and bathrooms, Bo Lacey also is your go-to company for all your roofing needs. Whether it's your house or your business, we've got you covered. And don't forget to check out the new Hover 3D app so you can see what every exterior home project will look like when it's finished.
Start of the fourth quarter brought to you by Comfort Control, and thanks to our good friends at Simonson Construction for all their support this season. Simonson Construction, whether you're looking for a residential, commercial, boy, they have just become a juggernaut and very generous folks here in our community in Ashland. Thanks for sponsoring the scoreboard all season long. The Arrows and Cougars in a local matchup here tonight. Brandon Wells, Dave Swartz up here in the Priest Dental broadcast booth as we start the Comfort Control fourth quarter.
Arrows come out with the starting lineup.
Can't imagine this will last more than about 2 minutes.
Yeah, I would think at this point, you're just putting your starters back in just to go, hey, you got a minute. As a coach, I'm saying you got a minute because you can't take a chance of somebody getting hurt on just sloppy play at this point in time.
Yep, but you got to keep your legs, you got to keep your wind, you got to keep your rhythm, and so you want them to get a little time.
Yeah, you want to put them in there for a minute, maybe a little more than that, but you told them before they went in, you got this much time to do something or not.
Yep. CC, good on-ball defense right there. And the Cougars turn it over. Good pressure.
Yeah, real good pressure. I don't know how CC didn't get a 5 count on that one. That just a slight separation that he gave to him as the
I saw it too.
You're clear.
Yep. I think sometimes what happens is there's empathy involved. CC, 3 ball. Yes, ma'am. And CC knocks down another 3 from the BB&C 3-point line. She's got 8.
Yeah, nice in-rhythm shot there for CC.
You know, what Lauren Green does on the court doesn't always show up in the box score as points, but boy, she's a good defender. She can make switches from post to guards.
Yep. Can guard anybody on the floor. Can guard the point guard down to the biggest girl that's running that post.
An integral part of this squad that I think sometimes gets overlooked.
Yeah. But then there's days there. I know there were a few days where she had some really good point scoring games.
It's in there if they need it. Good D by Lacey. Arrows off and running. Good pass to Maddie Hoffman. Up with the right hand. Up and in. She's got 13.
Not trying to sound like I'm dogging Crestview here, but maybe coach said, hey, get in there and get us to the running clock.
Well,
I mean, because these girls out there now,
they're tired.
Some of your best defenders, and like you just said, Crestview's definitely a bit tired.
They're tired. They played last night and had a tough one against New London, and then to have to double it up against another juggernaut team like the Arrows, that's a tough assignment for Coach Bay's squad.
For sure.
And they have continued to compete and play hard. Cam Cox jumper, in and out. Lauren Green gets the board. Cam thought about firing that one. Get it into Lauren. Oh, there's the skip to Cece. She's open. That would have ran the clock. Couldn't quite pull it down, and a jump ball. Possession arrow belonging to the Cougars. Logan Moore comes back in with Tori Kidney.
as well as Grace Tobias for the Arrows.
The Sid Sud substitution station.
Go.
I'd like to thank all of our sponsors this season: Sarber Paving, Hedstrom, Ashland Eye Care, Whitaker Myers, Priest Dental, Whitcomb and Hess, South Street Grill, Goldberry Roasting Company, Andrew Bush Law Office, Chandler Systems, Truly Inspired Paper Company, Valley Transportation, Linway Restaurant, Simonson Construction, Bill Harris Dealerships, Spring Smith Insurance, Connery Manufacturing, BB&C Car Care, Coldwell Banker Ward, and Green can't get that one to fall, Janney Financial, Truax Printing, and Bo Lacey Construction. We haven't had a Ward bank shot yet today. There's a three from the corner. No good. Arrows had a couple of chances at it, but couldn't get it to fall.
Yeah, good job by the Arrows, just staying active, saving the ball underneath a couple times in that possession, as well as one that could have, a couple more feet and goes over and back.
CBWard.com, Coldwell Banker Ward Real Estate. You're looking for a house or looking to sell one, check him out. Rob Ward and his fantastic staff take good care of you. Arrows with the turnover, get it going the other way, and Maddie Hoffman will put herself at the line after forcing the turnover. Hoffman's first one from the Connery Manufacturing free throw line is up and in. Spoor back in for the Cougars. Van Tilburg back in for the Arrows. And Maddie with another one. She's got 15. Well, make sure you come out on Thursday here to Arrow Arena and support the girls in their first round OHSAA tournament game. If you can't make it, join us here on the Arrows YouTube channel. Brought to you by Sarber Paving.
Maybe she's trying to foul out tonight.
Maybe, but I didn't think that was a foul.
I would agree with you, but you said we weren't criticizing officials,
I
so
didn't.
I didn't want to mute myself.
I got nothing, Dave. I still contend that call was one of the worst I've ever seen. Oh, goodness. Shelby Bays. Oh. I promise you it's not 119-54 on our score. There's a bit of a mistake going on. So if you're tuning in, just so you know, it is not 54 to 119.
Yeah.
It's 57, I think, to 21.
Yeah.
And 119 points would be a lot.
If you're a Cougar fan, take a picture now because that's not a score you're going to see too often.
That reminds me of when Lee Corso was the coach at Indiana, and they scored first against Ohio State once, and he told the team photographer to take a picture of the scoreboard because they were up 3-0. Oh, boy.
And we're fixing it now.
That, oh, my. Okay. Listen, we've seen a lot here tonight.
I would like to have seen the points on the sideboard. Who are they going to give them all to?
That's a good, yeah, you're right. All of a sudden, somebody's Wilt Chamberlain with 101 points. So the clock should be running then, because it's a 36-point game.
Yes, it should be.
And the official's going to make sure he knows. Running clock right now, and
There we go.
bring the score back in. That happens. Sometimes those scoreboards can be tricky, and so just glad to have folks volunteering to come down and do the work.
Yeah, for sure.
I've made those mistakes on the air running the score strip for ESPN back in the day, Dave.
That's not surprising.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
That's what I'm here for, right?
Monty takes the post pass and gets herself to the line.
Good post, too, and
Yep.
a good entry pass.
Really nice.
That's what set that up.
Really good pass. Well, you big guys need the guards to really take care of you.
Yeah, just to get the ball to us, and then we'll take care of the rest.
Maria goes to the line. She's got 4. Chance to make it 6. These are big free throws, Dave. First one rattles around, no good, but Ryland's been great. And Marin Eichelberger checks in for the Cougars. Second one up and in. She's got 5. A couple of boards. She's played real well. Dare I say, a contender for player of the game.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
And if you're watching, of course, we don't want to give it to the same people every game.
Right.
Get a gift card from Applebee's and a pat on the back from the Truax Printing Company. Arrows up 35. Tobias 3, no good. Tracks down her own rebound, saves it. Now to Chloe Crunkleton, she can fire the threes. Just a little short, maybe a little nervous. Great save by Laney. Tobias tracks it down, and it goes, what do we got?
We got timeout Arrows. Got a couple subs coming in the game here.
Well, it'd be great if he had told us and actually signaled it.
Well,
I didn't
he's
see
making
it.
a good call here. That's what he
right.
said. Subs coming in for the Arrows, sir.
Dave had to do this when I was on the bench with him, too. He had to calm me down.
If my vision saw correctly, we got Emma Puckett, Bailey Hartman, and Olivia Swartz coming in the game right now.
Wait, what was the last one?
Olivia Swartz.
Olivia Swartz into the ball
I
game.
might have a little knowledge on that one.
Sid Sud substitution.
Now it's going to be tough for me to make some calls because I usually yell a little bit more when she's in the game.
Well, should we get a picture of Big Daddy at some point? Because...
No.
Okay. Arrows up 35, 2:01 to go here in a fourth. Into Crunkleton. Chloe can shoot the 3 ball pretty well.
Yeah.
Over to Hartman. Nice screen by Puckett. Looking inside to Swartz. Swartz, power dribble, up with the left hand!
Nice. I love to see it. She's been working on that, all season to try to get that move down.
Shelby Bays with a nice drive to the basket. She's got 4 tonight. Good screen by Emma Puckett. Hartman drives. Gives it off to Bryland. Swing to Chloe, and she couldn't handle it. Sometimes girls get a little excited. They want to catch and shoot.
Yeah, definitely, these girls that don't get in too often want to make a difference.
Nice Euro step right there. Can't get it to fall. Mariah Camp. It's a young Crestview squad who continues to battle out here against the Arrows. Great effort tonight from the Cougars, and they haven't quit despite getting down big.
No, definitely, and that's what you like to see.
Right.
When you're having a down year, you want to make sure your players are working hard and, like you just said, not giving up.
Or just a down game against a bigger program, right? Because they're having a good year,
Well,
12 and 9, and 9 and 5.
Right.
But yeah, you're right, Dave. You want to see that culture.
Yes, exactly. Get that culture going, and see all of this.
Lob into Madial. Couldn't handle it. Lost control. 25 seconds to go. Running clock. And Madial comes up with a loose ball. Crunkleton and the Arrows bring it up. Bailey Hartman looking for Chloe. Swartz posting up inside, had good position. They're going to dribble it out. And the Arrows win 60-25. Back to wrap this one up right after this.
Harris Dealerships, where great prices meet an even better selection. We're driving home the best experience you've ever had. With Chevrolet, Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, find the ride that defines you. And our huge selection of high-quality used cars and trucks is why you should check Bill Harris first. 3 brands, 3 convenient locations, 1 unforgettable Bill Harris experience. Dive into great prices, explore a better selection, and enjoy the best buying experience with us today. Bill Harris Dealerships, the name you know and trust. BillHarrisDealerships.com.
Bo Lacey Construction is proud to sponsor Arrows Athletics. Experience you can trust done right on time. From siding to windows, decks, and bathrooms, Bo Lacey also is your go-to company for all your roofing needs. Whether it's your house or your business, we've got you covered. And don't forget to check out the new Hover 3D app so you can see what every exterior home project will look like when it's finished. Scan the QR code.
60-25, final score here from Arrow Arena. And the Arrows pull out their 17th victory, Dave, here in the Arrows postgame show, Janney.com. Check out Rich Sturry at Janney.com for all your financial needs. Dave, this was never in doubt from start to finish.
No, the Arrows took control right off the bat and just held on the whole way.
I will tell you, our player of the game, Truax Printing player of the game, had a good game, 5 points and 4 rebounds.
Couple steals.
And a block. Brylan Madial.
There we go. I like it. I agree with that one. It's a good call.
Could have given it to Kennedy Lacey, could have given it to Madison Hoffman, could have given it to a handful of girls,
Yeah.
but they've all had it before, and I think Brylan has really worked hard this season and deserves it.
Yep.
Thanks to Truax Printing for sponsoring our player of the game all season long. You can check them out online, Truax Printing, truaxprinting.com. Full service commercial printing in Ashland and Loudon. And also thanks to Applebee's.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
And give it, Brylan can now go have some dinner.
Yeah.
That's
They've
nice.
got some good deals going on over
Heck
there.
yeah.
Well, your neighborhood bar and grill over there on Claremont, Brylan Madial, our Truax Printing player of the game. We talked earlier, Dave, about the Bo Lacey hustle play of the game that was a handful of offensive rebounds and good effort, but how about the turning point of the game, brought to you by Bo Lacey Construction? Experience you can trust done right on time. It's kind of a hard one because it was kind of
a hard one, but you called the Bo Lacey turning point when Cece got on the floor, got the rip steal,
Yeah.
gave it up. Kennedy goes down and drives and makes a layup. That's your turning point because, not that it was in doubt at that point, but from that point on, the Arrows just cruised.
A dominant performance by the Arrows here at home in the regular season finale. Make sure you tune in on Thursday, and we'll have pregame at 6:45 against the Mansfield Senior TY Tigers in round 1 of the OHSAA tournament. For Dave Swartz, I'm Brandon Wells saying God bless, Godspeed, and go Arrows.